Welcome back, everybody. Tyler Parsons here, ParsonsGolfPerformance.com. Today, what we're going to be doing is looking at the exercises that you've got to start doing if you want to create that ground force and that explosiveness with that lift, that vertical thrust, to help you really pump through and get those longer drives, producing that power, achieving those monster drives that you've been looking for. So you know what to do. Go on and get that warm-up started, and let's dive in. All right, so one of the first exercises that we're going to do is going to be a push press. And we've seen this on a couple of different videos that I've done, but one of the reasons that I like it is because if it's loaded up heavy enough, it makes it almost impossible for you to just straight shoulder press. So we get to cheat to where you actually bend and drive, and we have to really thrust, okay? And this is great because the more that you do, you can start to see how leg oriented that is, because you'll start to get tired and not push as much, and it gets harder to get that weight up. So I'm going to go light, but all you're going to do, let's go over first how we should actually pick it up, okay? So you want to get close to the bar, you're going to bend, we're always keeping that lower back nice and straight. I like to get my grip a little wide, and then from there we're up and we straighten the back, okay? Now, from there, we get it flipped up onto the shoulders, feet roughly shoulder width apart, whatever's comfortable there. And then you're going to drop down with those knees, wherever is comfortable to hit that stretch shorten cycle, which I've gone over. But what we want to do from there is really push, get it up over your head, we're back down, nice and controlled, driving and pushing, okay? And I tell all my players, act like you're trying to throw this through the roof. Even with no weight on here, that'd be hard for me to do, but you get the idea. You want to really have to push with that lower body to drive, take it through. Same thing as you saw when we're setting it down. You know, bend from the knees, butt out, back straight, set that down to prevent that lower back strain. That is going to be the number one first exercise that we're doing to help you learn not only how to, but again, really engaging, pushing in through there to help that vertical thrust. Okay, so exercise 2, and again, they don't always have to be in this order. You can pick and choose what you want to do here, but we're going to do basically a hanging snatch to where we're taking it from that mid-shin up and over. Again, the weight's going to be heavy, so we're not going to be able to just get, flip, and lift, but we want to do it all in one quick, explosive movement, which is geared from the feet, okay? So I'm down, picking it up the same, always bring mine all the way up, and then I take it down to that set position, and from there, it's up in one motion, trying to throw back through the roof, okay? So I have another video specifically on how to do the snatch. I'll go on and link it right here. Be sure to check that out to look over the form, the safety, how to get started with it. Because the last thing that we ever want to do is for you to get in over your head and get hurt to where it sets you back. We're trying to make progress and again, get you better, okay? So check that link out, check out how to do the snatch, but again, that's one of my favorites to really help the total body learn how to drive and explode and move quick. Straightforward, down and dirty. We can't talk about producing ground force, that vertical thrust, if we're not practicing jumping, okay? It's everybody's least favorite. Try to make it into the game. I recommend everybody always checking your vertical to start, knowing where you are. If you don't have a way to check the vertical, you're wrong, you do have a way. All you have to do is jump up and touch a wall. You know, obviously if you can touch the ceiling, we need to find a higher wall, but I'll always go down and put just a little bit of grit on my hand. That way whenever I touch, it leaves a mark. Kids, if you're doing this at home, I did not just say that because I know your mom or dad is going to be mad, okay? Don't touch the walls. But always check it because we want to see how we're getting better. We have to know where you're progressing, and if we're not making the progress we need, why, so that we can break that down and improve it. Straightforward though, okay? So here we're doing a squat jump. No, you don't have to go all the way down. You're going to what is comfortable. Set position down, up as high as you can, land. To start out with, land, regroup, go again, okay? We want max exertion so that I'm here, down, I'm gonna land and get set. As you get better, what we're looking for is a quick down and up, repeating that process more and more and more, okay? The faster, the shorter the amount of time, that's recruiting with those muscles a lot faster so that our stretch shorten cycles having to work, brace, fire, load, all that good stuff in an instant so that whenever we get to that golf swing, it can rip through and do the same thing, okay? So very straightforward, do some squat jumps, usually around 8 to 10 gets you going. Once we start seeing that decline in how high you're going, that's when we want to take a break, let that body rest. On the same lines as jumping, in the golf swing, we have that lateral shift, which is pushing, going from the trail to the lead foot, okay? In my instance, the right foot over to the left. We want to make sure that you are pushing and not simply rotating in space, okay? We need to have that drive to where we're really moving it over, all right? So instead of just doing a boring lateral, what I like to do is to go out and back so that I'm pushing here and rotating, okay? The reason that I like that exercise so much for golfers is because we're not just doing this in the golf swing, okay? Those hips are having to open. So if I go and turn it open like a golf swing, that's giving this right side more the sensation of what it's like for this left hip to have to clear, staying down through that posture versus this motion, okay? Again, I'm all about efficiency. I want to show you the exercises that you're going to get the most out of. Obviously, once we go one way, what I want you to do is go the other way, all right? You're not going to be as efficient. That's going to be something that we're not doing forcefully in the swing, but here's the thing. It is going to help with that hip in opening up and working in through that rotation, all right? So again, no, you may not be good at it, no, you may not like it, but it has a purpose. Do both sides, build that body up evenly, go on and see how far you can go and chart that progress as well. Last but not least, it seems like I always stick with the theme of 5, but I want to use a nice squishy medicine ball. You can use a regular medicine ball, but you're going to have to chase it down. A couple different ways to do this. For those of you who have been checking out my channel for a long time, repeat, okay? Usually when you see a repeat, you better put a star by that exercise because it's extremely important. You can do the straight keg throw to where it's down and straight up. I can't do that because we'll put this through the ceiling. But basically it's from here, it's down, it's up, and it come back down. Again, it's a total body. You're having to get everything to sync, work together for that. Or you can go with the overhead throw to where you're there and chuck that bad boy back. In fact, I have it in one of my, I believe it was a hit workout for golf. Check that out. If I can find a link, I'll post it up for you. But either one of those are great. It's all about getting that total body to work together, but you can see the thrust that I'm having to really use my legs, because if I were to go and just sit on the ground, for example, and try to throw that up, it's all upper body, okay? In fact, I'm probably not using my core as much as I should. Same if I go overhead, yes. Now I know for sure I'm engaging in through that core. I'm not gonna be able to throw it as far. I'm looking for that max out effort that teach you how to improve that max out effort, okay? So what you think is 100% is probably more like 95%. I've got to truly get everything fire, function, move. With that being said, everybody, there's 5 great exercises. Make sure that your body can move accordingly, okay? If there are any restrictions in through there, you're going to be losing out on what you could potentially do there. So go out, try to find a TPI professional locally if at all possible and get screened. If not, check out my website, shoot me an email. I do online evals as well, so that may be something helpful for you to figure out why you're not making the progress that you want after you're busting your butt in the gym. So as always, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Nah, it's too early. And check out Parsons Golf Performance for weekly tips and everything to help improve that golf game and golf performance. Thanks, guys.